Hello, everyone, and welcome to Affinity's weekly webinar series where we provide insights and perspectives within the industry. My name is Jason Ricaccio, Senior Product Marketing Manager here at Affinity, and today we'll be discussing Affinity's latest product, Affinity for Salesforce, and how relationship intelligence and automation within your Salesforce CRM empowers your teams to drive deals forward. Now, joining us today for this discussion are two experts within this field. Let's kick things off with a quick intro from Danielle.
Yeah, thanks, Jason. Hey, everyone. My name is Danielle Buse. I'm a Senior Customer Success Manager here at Affinity. Previously, I spent time at PitchBook where I worked with clients in their strategic data. Now at Affinity, I'm working with a lot of the same types of teams, but in the direction of how to best utilize their data and run their deals. So really excited to share some insights around Affinity for Salesforce today.
Awesome. Thanks for that intro, Danielle. Now let's hear from Brooke. Brooke, could you tell us a bit about yourself?
Yes, hi Jason. Good day, everyone. It's great to be here. I'm Brooke Lane, Director of Product here at Affinity. I myself spent 6 years at Salesforce and several years with companies that use Salesforce as their CRM, so I've seen the product from both sides. I joined Affinity a year and a half ago, and lead the effort to bring all the great things that we've built into the Affinity CRM to Salesforce, things such as relationship intelligence, automation, enrichment data, and our extensions.
Awesome. Great to have both of you here. So let's dive in and get started. All right, folks, so here's the plan for today's session. We'll begin by discussing the current market conditions, followed by an overview of the major challenges facing CRMs today. And then finally, we'll explore how Affinity for Salesforce can help you instantly enhance your deal-making process and overcome these challenges. Now, just taking a look at the current economic climate, deal teams have become more cautious and are now applying more focused criteria, leading to an increased competition for every deal. Now, as firms look to reduce budgets, questions arise about the return on investment in their CRMs. Now, despite this, technological innovation is heavily influencing deal making, and CRM systems like Salesforce are crucial for their success. Now, providing valuable data insights and streaming deal origination and management processes, Salesforce can lead to improved returns for investors. The big question is your Salesforce CRM future-proof enough to overcome these deal-making challenges? Now, financial firms face 4 key challenges when using Salesforce as their primary deal platform. Number 1, the need for automated enrichment to improve deal sourcing efficiency by automating Salesforce record creation and enrichment. Full visibility of the firm's shared network. Delivering real value to deal makers. And then finally, increasing the ROI of their Salesforce CRM and deal data investments with increased usage, automation, and greater data integration efficiency. So moving on, and Brooke, from a product perspective, how does the power relationship intelligence solve these industry challenges?
Jason, every investor is looking at multiple opportunities. They definitely want to be able to maximize the value of their time, and at the same time, they're looking to get themselves in the most advantageous position when it comes to landing the best deals. And then once you've landed those deals, you want to be able to manage those deals as effectively as possible. And we believe that relationships give you that ultra-competitive edge. The relationships your organization has with others allows you an insider track into meeting with and developing further those relationships at your target companies. This holds equally true whether you're prospecting or landing the deal as it does for developing and managing those deals that you already have.
Wow, thanks for that, Brooke. And Danielle, given your perspective from the customer, those deal-making teams, why is relationship intelligence so important?
Yeah, good question. A lot of clients are facing similar sentiments as to what Brooke is mentioning. There's so much data out there, last funding amount, location, org charts, but at the end of the day, these firms are really fueled by the relationships that they harbor. So if you think of a partner or managing director, they've got 20, 30 plus years of indispensable connections, relationships, conversations. You start to mix that with the network of your greater team, and now you have this ever-growing exponential web to the backbone of your business. So relationship now truly becomes your #1 data point, but it's the most difficult to capture efficiently. So all of these conversations, context, relationships, where is that stored outside of the individual's mind? Clients continue to struggle with this completely manual process to extract that institutional knowledge as tangible data.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, Danielle. I mean, while relationships are undoubtedly keys to success, it's crucial that we discover and define them effectively. In today's world, a strong Rolodex or even a good golf game is no longer enough. So instead, a shared CRM containing relationship knowledge can be the new power broker. So, all right, let's dive into automation. Now, removing that burden of manual data entry can free up a lot of bandwidth for those deal-making teams. So coming back to you, Danielle, how would you translate for these teams in terms of their day-to-day tasks?
Yeah, I mean, wow, any type of automation makes a huge difference for these deal teams. And I don't think that will ever change. We're going to continue to see more and more demands for more automated process. And the firms that aren't looking ahead to this are ultimately missing out. But to answer your question directly, less time with manual data entry means more time for high impact activities, meeting more founders, coaching and developing their portfolio companies, keeping in touch with LPs, especially in a market like this, even exploring future investment theses that they've never had the chance to before. Really, any time back for these teams to stay on top of their industries and their craft moves the needle. And worth noting that not only time back is beneficial, but the improvement of quality and data when you switch from manual to automation, it's also something our teams massively crave.
Got it. Thanks for that, Danielle. Now turning over to you, Brooks. What have you found as you've gone out to understand how individuals at companies use Salesforce and what they want with respect to automation?
Yeah, well, first I want to completely agree with Danielle's point about automation freeing up people to work on much more high value activities. The unfortunate reality that we encounter time and time again is that while the organization understands the value of having their CRM as a single source of truth, all too often the busy employees only record a fraction of the information they should within Salesforce or whatever CRM they're using. And this leads to a dynamic where the organization is continually missing out on the value of the information they should have at their fingertips. Furthermore, leaderships find themselves in the position of monitoring and hounding their employees to update their CRM continually. So with automation, we can relieve the users of the burden of recording information and managers of having to monitor their employees to get the data into Salesforce. As a result, you get more effective teams, and the organization gets the benefit of having the information that they want and where they want it.
Gotcha. Thanks for that, Brooke. I mean, looking at it, the stats, saving 320 hours a year with automation, deal teams can truly maximize their bandwidth on high impact activities that close deals faster. That's a win-win for everyone. Now, switching gears a bit, a major challenge in these process changes is the amount of time and insights required to source, qualify, and prioritize quality deal opportunities appropriately. Your data really needs to be on point. Now, looking with Affinity, enriching your Salesforce records, teams can gain in those enhanced insights, improved data accuracy, and better lead scoring, all in one place. So this helps overcome the challenges and leads to increased deal-making efficiency. So now I know one of the main challenges with CRMs delivering genuine value to deal makers is the accessibility of the data. Brooke, can you share with us how Affinity for Salesforce makes this data available outside the confines of the traditional CRM like Salesforce?
Absolutely. As I mentioned before, organizations strongly desire to have their CRM be the source of truth and the place where complete information is recorded and accessed. However, that doesn't mean that being in the CRM is best for employees or fulfills their needs with respect to workflows and processes. So our web extension enables users to both see the information in their CRM and to interact with their CRM, allowing them to work where they want and to perform their required tasks with respect to managing and updating Salesforce.
Yeah, Brooke, you make a really fantastic point. Sure, CRM ideally is where your team's supposed to live, but that's not really realistic as to what employees actually want to do. Teams use all sorts of tools these days. I feel like I hear of a new software daily at this point. And then from that point, each individual has their own process as well. And so it can get really a little bit overwhelming as to the tools that they're using. That said, the need for relationship intelligence to drive deals doesn't ever go away. So we've heard countless stories of one commonality, one newfound piece of data, or one warm introduction being the reason for a deal closing. And we don't want to lose sight of that information that our CRM houses, but we want to surface those where people work. And so I use these tools just like our clients do. Pathfinder is a great example. Let's say I'm gearing up for a conference and I see that a partner from a firm I'm not familiar with is speaking. I'd like to network with her, but I don't know her, and it's a large conference, so I need to make sure my outreach is special. And so what I'll do is I'll do some digging, navigate to the firm's website, and my Affinity Chrome extension is lighting up on the side right there with some insight into the firm and also relationship intelligence about the team there. I can see that one of my teammates knows the head of IR. It's not the speaker, but it's someone close to her and a connection that I can make. So now I navigate to her LinkedIn page. I still have my Affinity Chrome Finder or Chrome extension there, surfacing insights. Now I can see that my colleague chatted with her 3 months ago. I have all this context that I need for a warm introduction to her that I otherwise maybe would have never made.
Wow. I mean, that's amazing stuff from the both of you. I mean, like, this seems like a really, really powerful tool that can really accelerate that deal velocity. So, Brooke, coming back to you, and we talked about accessing relationship intelligence inside your CRM. We talked about accessing relationship intelligence outside your CRM with our browser extension. Now, how does Affinity for Salesforce layer relationship intelligence within your inbox?
Yeah, so in a very similar way to what Danielle and I discussed with respect to websites and LinkedIn, we want users to be able to interface with their CRM from within their email client, whether that be Outlook or Gmail. It creates a lot of overhead to expect people to pivot between their email client and Salesforce, even if they know there's valuable information in the CRM. Additionally, while your Salesforce data is generally correct, particularly if your interactions are automatically being created as activities, there are often details that should be updated to ensure your company's intelligence on accounts and contacts is complete. And so with our extension, we not only present to you your Salesforce data on accounts and contacts relating to the companies and people with whom you're connecting with, but we make that data interactive so you can update Salesforce from right within the extension.
Yeah, and this really comes full circle on our upcoming conference, right? With that warm introduction in hand and some additional context for reaching out, I'm able to do this all through Gmail, again, without pulling up the CRM. I can even update information as we go back and forth and we talk and she agrees to meeting with me. I can move her through statuses without opening up Salesforce. And that's really powerful for teams to not waste time going back and forth.
Awesome. Thank you both. Yep. So there you have it. Affinity for Salesforce is a solution built on top of Salesforce that enables financial services deal teams to drive deals and understand their business using up-to-date and enriched intelligence about their relationships from Salesforce records and the tools that they use every day. So everyone, thank you all for joining us. We'll share this deck with all of you shortly, but in the meantime, please don't hesitate to reach out to our sales team if you have any questions, or be sure to scan the QR code on this slide and learn more about Affinity for Salesforce.